Today I'm sawing off part of my boat. I want to put a boarding ladder at the end of one of these sugar scoops. I also discovered that they're full of foam, and the foam is full of water. I already knew they were pretty crusty on the outside. I'm so lazy, I'm going to take a little nap while I sand. It looks like there was a shitload of Bondo that was put over some stuff that was never sanded. So it never made a good bond, and it's just fucking falling off. And I guess we're getting to the time when I have to decide if I want to take these skegs off. They should come off before paint. Do you have any experience with boats that had waterlogged foam like this?
Yeah, they all do.
They all do?
They all do.
Ignore it?
Until it becomes a problem.
Okay. So once it's opened up like this, if I let this sit for a few days, it'll dry out, or?
Possibly a little, I mean, I don't...
Right, and I did dig down in the floor on your side a bit, and it was damp, but not like saturated like this, so I kind of left it. I was suspicious because one of the repairs I did on the bottom kept weeping water. You know, and it intruded into the fiberglass repair, so I had to grind it off and redo it. The foam underneath the floors in there is a little bit damp, but nothing like this. Fixing it would just add one more thing to an incredibly long list. You know what's disturbing is the amount of dust I find inside the mask.
Yeah. It's coming... After a while, you can start breathing that stuff through the filters. Filters.
'So the crusty stuff gets ground off. It gets wiped down with acetone, and then this fairing compound gets smeared on. And once it's smeared on, then you smear it off again. And the sugar scoops were held on with this little band of fiberglass, and I want to lay some more along either side of it. So I've got the fiberglass ground, the gel coat ground off, so I'm down to bare fiberglass on either side of those. And on this one, I've already laid in some fiberglass and sanded it. And now, once again, I can wipe down with acetone and then put more fairing filler over and then sand. %90 of what you do working on a boat is sanding. So it hardly takes any time to smear the fairing filler on. You smear it on with the trowel kind of flat. And once you've got it on, then you smear it off with the trowel almost at right angles to the surface. So you scrape off everything except what's down in any little hollows. And this is what the fiberglass looks like laid over that foam. The foam dried out after a few days. And so there's fairing filler and, I don't know, 8 or 10 layers of fiberglass over that now. And like everything, there's more sanding, more fairing filler, wiping with acetone. More fairing filler, more sanding. That part goes on for days. Slowly, though, it's starting to get very smooth. Remember how crusty it was originally. There were big flakes of stuff that had fallen off and other big flakes that I could just chip off with my finger. So this is getting very smooth. And this is what it looks like with some gel coat on it. I was trying to get a bunch of honeycomb panels to do some of the interior walls. Because it's too cold for anything to, like, any of the resin to set up out here.